Class. Nice job. Looks like you guys are paying attention in the ready position with your hands on the table and your feet on the ground. Thank you so much. All right, so yesterday we learned how to count up to 15, starting from a number between 1 and 5. Let's go ahead and review some of those skills. I'm going to write a couple numbers on the board, and we're going to go. We're going to go ahead and review these numbers using the skills we used yesterday. So I gave you guys those pennies. So let's go ahead and count out pennies for this first number. Once you have the pennies there, go ahead and look up at me. All right. So starting from that number, we're going to count up to 15. Ready? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Nice work. You guys did that perfectly. All right, let's go ahead and do the next one. Starting at 1, let's put a penny out for that 1. Okay, and let's count up. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh man, you guys are rocking this. That one was perfect. All right, let's do this last one. Okay, we have 4 pennies out, so go ahead and put 4 pennies out. All right, and then count up from there to 15. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Perfect. All right, so that was a great review. We're going to go ahead and go on to the lesson for today. Okay, so can anybody tell me what this is? Yes, Stacy?
It's a quarter.
It's a quarter. And how many cents are in 1 quarter? Jesse, do you know this?
Yeah.
How many cents are in 1 quarter?
25.
There are 25 cents in 1 quarter. Now what is this? Yes, Stacy?
It's a penny.
It's a penny. And how many cents are in a penny?
1.
1. So how many pennies do we need to go into 1 quarter? Yes, Jesse?
25.
25. So we need 25 pennies to go into 1 quarter. So today we're going to learn how to count up to 25. What are we going to learn to do today?
To count
Count
to
up to 25.
Nice work. We're going to learn to count to 25. All right. So I'm going to write, when I'm trying to count up to 25, I follow 4 easy steps. You can see I have the steps listed up here, all right? So first I'm going to listen and look at the number. Then I'm going to match the number of pennies. Then I'm going to count up the pennies to 25. And then I'm going to count again without the pennies. All right, so let's say in the beginning, I have 4 pennies. So if I start with 4 pennies, I'm going to go ahead and look up here, and I see that I have 4. So I looked at it, and I listened, and I said 4. 4 pennies. All right, how many pennies do I have?
4.
Nice work. I have 4 pennies. All right. Now, my next step is to match the number of pennies. So if I have 4, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 pennies. 4 pennies. How many pennies did I have to match? 4. Nice work. All right. My third step is I'm going to count the pennies up to 25. So if I have 4 pennies already, I need to count up to 25. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So how many pennies did I end up with in the end?
25.
Nice work. I counted all the way up to 25. All right, for the last step, I want to count again, but without the pennies. So just starting from 4, I'm going to count up. So ready? We have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. How many pennies did I end up with?
25.
25. I counted all the way to 25. All right, now we're going to have you guys try it. Now that I've shown you how to do it, we're going to see if you guys can do it. Alright, so the number this time is 10. Can you go ahead and count 10 pennies out on your table? And look up at me when you're all done. Alright, so now we have the 10 pennies out there. What do we want to do for step number 1? Let's say it all together.
Listen and look at the number.
Alright, so we look at the number, and what number did I say?
10.
10. So we got 10 pennies. So for step number 2, we wanted to match the number of pennies. Can you say that with me? Ready?
Match the number of pennies.
Alright, and it looks like we already counted out the 10 pennies, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so we're done with that step. Let's go to step number 3. Can you say it with me?
Count up the pennies to 25.
Alright, so let's go ahead and count up your pennies to 25. Let me draw out my 10 real quick. And then we'll go ahead and go all the way up to 25. Okay, ready? Let's count it together as we go. So 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. We have 25 pennies. How many pennies did we get up to? 25. All right, and let's look at our last step. Our last step was count again without the pennies. Can you say that with me? Ready?
Count again without the pennies.
So if we had 10 pennies, we're going to start at 11, right? So let's go ahead and count.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24,
25. Nice work, counting up to 25. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and do some individual oral responses. So I'm going to write a number up on the board, and then I'll call you guys for all the different steps, all right? So I already wrote a number up here. So, Stacy, what do we do for step number 1?
We listen and look at the number.
Nice work. We listen and look at the number. Jesse, what is the number I wrote up on the board?
4.
Nice work. The number is 4. Stacy, what do we do for step number 2?
We match the number of pennies.
All right. So we match the number of pennies. So, Jesse, how many pennies are we going to put up?
4.
4. So can you guys go ahead and do that out on your table? And I'll do it up here. Okay, so we have our 4 pennies out on the board. Jesse, can you tell me what step number 3 is?
Count up the pennies to 25.
All right. Stacey, how many are we going to have to count up to?
25.
25. Let's go ahead and do that step together. Can you guys count it as you go?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25.
All right. And Stacy, what was the last step that we need to do?
We're supposed to count again without the pennies.
All right. And Jesse, can you count again without the pennies? Remember, our number is 4.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25.
Nice work. You guys are doing awesome. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and do some individual responses. So you guys are doing really awesome and catching on pretty quick. So we're going to go ahead and do it without my help. I'm going to write a number on the board, and you'll do the first 3 steps by yourself. So remember our 3 steps we have written up here. You do the first 3 steps, and when you're done, you'll look up at me, and we'll go ahead and do the 4th step together so I can see how you guys did, all right? So the first number is going to be 8. Can you go ahead and count your pennies and make sure to do the first 3 steps for me? All done with the first 2 steps? Okay, so now we're going to move on to the 4th step. So when I snap, we're all going to count, or you guys are going to count it up to where it needs to be, all right? Ready? Go.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25.
Nice work. You guys are doing awesome. All right, now for this last step, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys some worksheets. I want you to work, there's 5 problems on it. I want you to work on the 5 problems on your own, and then I'll come around and ask you individually to go ahead and count for me, all right? So here's the worksheets. go ahead and work on the first couple problems. At this point, I would then ask each of the students in turn to count up to 25 as the individual written. Because this is an oral procedure, I can't exactly do that. All right, you guys do that. All right, guys. So what did we learn to do today?
How to count to 25.
Nice work. We learned how to count to 25. I really appreciate all your guys' hard work, making sure to listen to your teacher and keeping your hands on the table all times. Tomorrow, we are going to begin a new unit and learn how to do addition and subtraction.